know I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back, so they're really on with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Know I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are sick of wasting money on packs, go check out my sponsor. They offer the cheapest and most reliable way to buy coins straight from the source. Use code MAZE at checkout for 15% off your entire order. I'm back. I cannot explain to you guys how happy I am to be back at my setup. It's been weird. I've been gone for the holidays. I was with my parents and I didn't have any of my equipment, so I couldn't really make videos. But we're back now, and that's all that matters. And to celebrate that, we're going back to our roots with the Weekend League recap. And we're doing 5 videos this week. Yes, 5 videos. So each video, we will recap the weekend in 5 game segments. This is part 1, meaning games 1 through 5. Now, as always, before we get into the games, we're going to go over the best comments of the day. The first coming from Sweaty Lyric, or Licks Rick. Sweaty Rick. I'm going to call you Sweaty Rick. They should make a QB X Factor called Uncomfortable or something. After throwing multiple 5-yard passes, it would deactivate all defensive back abilities. I think that would be pretty cool. I think it'd be even more cool right now because everybody's just running one step ahead. And if you took away their one step aheads, most players would be fucked. They would not know how to play defense. And the second comment coming from our man Jason Crocker, JC. He said, woke up on Christmas and found a meat hammer in my stocking. Santa knows what's up. Hey man, I think your dad's trying to tell you something. You better watch out for your dad. That guy sounds sus. Okay? And one more thing before we hop into the games, I want to let you guys know, I took a look at my analytics, and about half of my viewers are not subscribed, and your boy is so close to 100K. So if you're not subscribed to the channel and you're watching and you like the content, all I ask is you hit that sub button and help your boy out. I'd love you forever. Let's get into the video. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and the team is looking better than ever. If you've noticed, we've changed things up a bit. We switched to a 25 Raiders, 25 Washington theme team and made some very expensive upgrades to the team. We got Lawrence Taylor, we got Barry Sanders, Jerry Rice, we got Deion Sanders. We got all the new cards, and honestly, the team is looking as good as I could possibly get it. Now, I do want to say I wasted a shit ton of coins. I spent almost 2 million coins on Barry Sanders, and they just today released an option where you can bypass the old version of him and use training instead. And as well as that, they released his power-ups in packs. So I wasted a ton of coins. I'm not too happy about it, but you know, that's the price of having a God squad and always having the latest players. We are 0-0 in the Carolina Panthers offense, starting off our weekend league. And as I told you guys, we're gonna be going through games 1 through 5 today, and we're starting off with a laser. That's so hot. Come Cannon Gannon connecting with Randy Moss on the cover 3 beater. A great way to start the game. Usually I start with an interception, but not today. Now 2nd and 8 for my opponent. He's got Randall Cunningham, the poor man's Michael Vick, who's going to connect with Alvin Kamara and return a strike of his own, tying up the game 7-7. So in the first quarter, we're already showing this game might be a shootout, and I don't really like that because usually my defense is the thing that carries me, and if he's scoring on me, I'm putting a lot of pressure on my offense, and that's never a good sign for me. Now 1st and 10, my ball. You saw Barry Sanders got a nice carry right there. And we followed up with a strike to Jermichael Finley on the crosser. Jermichael Finley cost me about 1 million coins, but that is the one card I will say was worth every penny. Another strike to Randy Moss, and that 99 speed is just a little too much as he takes it into the end zone for another score. That's 2 touchdowns for Randy. And then 4th and 1 for my opponent. Randall gets a little bit of space and takes it for a big gain out to the 44-yard line. Now in striking distance. The defense holds strong, though. We get him in a 3rd and long, and the user rush comes in there with a big sack. Pause. On 4th and 23, my opponent decides to take his 3 points, bring the game within 4, and now we got about 2 minutes left in the first half. We see Jerry Rice streaking down deep, and Jerry Rice burns Cliff Harris. If you're going to man up a safety on somebody, I do not recommend putting him on Jerry Rice. That man has 99 everything. Now a little bit of pressure put on my opponent, but he does pull through. 4th and 9, big conversion there, but only about a minute to go in the first half. He's now under center, looking to pass inside the 10. He rolls out with Cunningham, and this just pissed me right the hell off. Now, I'm going to be honest. That was a really good play by him, but I don't think any quarterback should make that throw. Unfortunately for him, he leaves us with 17 seconds, which is a little bit too much time. Jerry Rice on the sideline on that corner route once again, and with 10 seconds to go, we go back to the exact same play. And I already told you, don't man up Jerry Rice. He's got route tech, he's got 99 route running, he's got everything I need to get in the end zone, and we do just that. Now 17-28, we're up by 2 possessions in the third quarter, but my opponent is driving, looking to cut that lead in half. 4th and 3 at the 25-yard line. Cunningham looking for an open receiver, and he barely finds one. But Sean Taylor is there to take his head clean right off. You might as well have just got on your... I don't know what the fuck I was about to say, guys. I am just talking. I don't know what I was about to say. I was about to say get on your knees and suck them right off. I don't know what is going through my mind right now. But moving on, we got the ball back. 3rd and goal now from the 6. Come Gannon looking for a receiver. He finds a curl route, but it was not open. Cliff Harris dives, gets the interception, gets on his feet, and takes them sweet little cheeks all the way back 100 yards for a score. So my opponent was looking to cut the lead in half, and he did it, just not in the way he intended. A great play by Cliff Harris. A little bit of a suspect read, but I never in my wildest imagination would have thought that that went for 7 points the other way. Regardless, 2nd and 9 now at the 26. And you see Finley. I told you guys he's worth every penny. Look at the speed and look at him go. That was a throw to the flats that he just took about 60 yards and got us within scoring range now at the 10-yard line. And from there, it's the Jerry Rice throw on the deep out route in the back corner of the end zone. A toe-tapping grab, and that's going to extend our lead once again. Now up 10 points. Only 3 minutes to go in this game. My opponent is probably getting desperate, and Isaiah Simmons is going to slam the door in his face. A little stop and go for the haters and back into the end zone. And boys, that is GG's from there. The first game usually is the easiest, but that one wasn't as easy as I would have liked. But regardless of how we got it, we're 1-0. Moving on to game 2, you see my opponent's top 3. He's got Dion, Rod, and Charles just like me. So I'm expecting man coverage from him, really. If you got those 3 corners, I'm going to be, fully expecting you to be running the man coverage meta. We're starting out on defense. We got the stop. He punted us the ball. Great way to start. Now it's our ball, and it's time for Rock Hard Rich to take over. That's Randy Moss. I knew he was running man coverage, and Moss got that route tech, got the 99 speed, and he takes it 79 yards for an early score. Back on the defensive side of the ball, we are running man coverage, and we got a little bit of a quick hike going on. I did not have time to fully set up my defense, and because of that, I didn't have a middle third. I usually would have had a middle third that hopefully would have played that, but Randy Moss takes it back the other way. So he's got a Moss, I got a Moss, and he's got those stupid little Halloween uniforms on. That just pissed me off. I don't like that shit. Rich Gannon tries to find Deion Sanders on the slant, but Deion Sanders undercuts Deion Sanders and gets an interception. Now, this is what I didn't understand here. I've got route tech on Deion Sanders. He had only acrobat on his Deion Sanders. So how did he bag him on a slant? And then following up on the next play, we got Rod Woodson bagging route tech Jerry Rice on a drag. Now, Jerry Rice has route tech 99 short route running, and Rod Woodson doesn't have any abilities at all besides acrobat. So how I got 2 pick sixes basically back-to-back with 0 one step ahead, 0, I don't know, man. I wasn't too happy about that, but it's still early in the game. We are down 13 points, but we have plenty of time to come back, and you see we're driving with ease. Rock Hard Rich, I do believe in you, buddy. And my opponent was using a middle third, but got a little bit too aggressive, and we finally get in the end zone once again. That's Deion Sanders bringing the game within 6 points. Now on defense, and we made our adjustments. We got our inside third there.
Gotta take those cheeks.
I believe that was Sean Taylor on the strip sack. Good job, Sean, getting us the ball at the 11-yard line, and from there, we go back to Deion Sanders. That's another touchdown, and I told you guys we had plenty of time. The first quarter just ended, and we already erased his lead. Another user rush. That's Isaiah Simmons getting a sack on the quarterback, and now it's our ball once again. Rich Gannon dropping back, and we see press coverage, and Randy Moss. You don't want to press that man. I thought everybody knew that, and at least shade over the top if you do. My opponent did not learn, obviously, but it's now 28-20. We got an 8-point lead, and we're looking to get a final stop to put an end to this game. Still in the first half. Only 2 minutes to go, and my opponent does not want to go out like this. You see he's driving with ease. A laser to Deion Sanders gets him inside the 10, but we play really great red zone defense. We get him in a 4th and goal. He tries to rush with Gannon. We click on to Ted Hendricks with a great play, getting us the turnover on downs. And from there, just throw it up to Randy and let him do the rest. That was a 51-yard pass in the air. A great ball from Gannon and a great route from Randy Moss. That is going to give us a 15-point lead with 56 seconds left in the first half. And my opponent has an opportunity to get some points and maybe cut this lead in half going into the third quarter. He playmakers up, delivers a 60-yard bomb in the air, a huge hit stick from Kendall Fuller, but he ends up getting the catch. And with 30 seconds left, he goes for a fake field goal at the end of half, but it is not there. I was ready for it. And we end up getting the stop. He quit out, and we got the victory. Now 2-0. That is how the last game ended. Getting into our third game, my opponent's got the brand new Patrick Mahomes, the gunslinger, the improviser. We're going to see what he has to offer. 1st and 10 to start.
That's a Stevie.
Not the best read for my opponent, and Kendall Fuller has the speed to take it back the other way into the end zone. So starting off 7-0, you see he's got the AMS tag on his team. That means he's all money spent, or a lot of money spent. And so I'm excited. God Squad versus God Squad. 4th and 15. The defense holding strong. Everything is bagged. He throws a prayer, and it's swatted away, giving us another turnover. So now 7-0, our ball, end of the first quarter. We are also getting the ball to start the second half. So things are looking pretty good this game, and it might be a flood. You might want to get those floaties ready as we see Finley wide open on the crosser. He's going to make the catch and get into the end zone to extend the lead to 14-0. Now entering the second quarter, it's his ball once again. But as you can see, the defense has been playing phenomenally, and Isaiah Simmons is able to jump up. We get the user lurk, and that's another turnover already in field goal range. My opponent had had enough. He didn't want to keep going, and he quit out, bring us to 3-0, and now you're going to see another addition we made to the squad. This is Tre'Davious White. He's going to be replacing Kendall Fuller at one of my safeties. I realized I was running a lot of man coverage. My safeties were in man coverage quite often, and so why not have a cornerback who's actually built for this? Kendall Fuller, you were solid, but I think Tre'Davious White in the assignment going to be a little bit better. So that's the addition we made to the squad heading into our next game. This is game 4, going against the Steelers. And I told you guys, Jermichael Finley, worth every penny, breaking off 2 tackles, missing another, shedding off another, and it finally goes out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Now at the 46, guess what? We're going right back to Finley, and watch his air truck out of my way, and I'm going to outrun everybody else. I got 94 speed, and good luck catching me. 46 yards into the end zone. That entire drive was Jermichael Finley. He had 75 yards of receiving on the very first drive, on 2 flat routes nonetheless. The defense holds strong once again. 3rd and 19, we get a sack, bring up a 4th and 32. And I don't even know how this happened. I feel like this happens every time they try to punt when they're pinned like this. I always get the block for a touchdown. I think it's just something in the game, which I kind of like. You know, if you're pinned like that, I think it's good. You get a block every now and then. But it looks like we took all the fight out of my opponent as he throws an absolute Stevie up, and Troy Vincent is there to get the interception. And keep in mind, we're still in the first quarter, so there is a lot of game left, but this game is quickly getting out of hand as we see we gave it right back to him. That was a bad pass lead. Jerry Rice was a little bit open. He had a couple steps, but we should have passed, let it more towards the sideline. I saw it right as the ball left his hand. That was a bad pass lead, and the safety was able to get there. Thankfully, we don't really need to worry about it because our defense is phenomenal. That's a dot from Michael Vick. Just kidding. Terrible throw and another turnover on down. So as we come to the end of the first quarter, it looks like things are going pretty well for us. We end up finding Barry Sanders on a little check and release, and no one was covering him. Stop and go results in a broken tackle. I don't know if I had anything to do with that. And then a terrible stop and go after that. Tries to get in the end zone, but nothing really there. But we are inside the 10, and after that play, my opponent was like, you know what? I think I'm outmatched. GG's, 4-0. Heading into our final game of the episode, my opponents got Rod Woodson, Randy Moss, and Derrick Henry. So anytime I see Derrick Henry with an ability in the top 3, I'm usually expecting them to run the ball a little bit. Rock Hard Rich drop him back to pass. We see Randy Moss wide open on the slant, make a man miss, and he's off to the races. That's a 61-yard touchdown to start off the game, and starting off with a touchdown is always great because then you can just kind of sit back, play some conservative defense, and hopefully get a stop and start to put a little pressure on your opponent. 2nd and 10 here. He's rolling out with Mahomes. He's got Mahomes too, the new Mahomes. Mahomes. Great playmaker from him. User hit stick does not result in an incomplete pass, and it puts him inside the 10-yard line. Now, firing another strike. That's Tyreek Hill in the back of the end zone, tying up the game. So 7-7. He had a great first drive. Most of it was due to that playmaker, so if we can limit the big plays, we should be good. And my opponent obviously not limiting any big plays as Deion Sanders on the S-post, Z-post, whatever you want to call it, gets wide open, and we reclaim our 7-point lead once again. So now 2nd and 13. We're coming towards the end of the first quarter, and my opponent gets sacked. That's Mean Joe Green with a and then another fumble. That was 2 fumbles, 1 play. That was pretty cool. But it's now our ball once again at the 17-yard line, still in the first quarter, and we find Jerry Rice on that out route. That route tech is extremely difficult to cover in man coverage. Out routes in general are usually very good against man, and when you add on route tech, it's nearly impossible. You need another zone over there. 3rd and 20, we're up 14 now, and you can tell my opponent was a little frustrated because he just chucked that ball up, and fortunately for him, fell incomplete, but he did have to punt us the ball back. We get caught in a 3rd and 21 after some unfortunate sacks, and we take another big sack, pause, and then we punt him the ball, and then we sack him a couple times, and then he punts us the ball. Get this. It's 3rd and 19. He was at the 4-yard line. He had taken so many sacks in a row, pause, that he was willing to punt the ball on 3rd and 19. So down 14, he punts us the ball back. I don't know if that was really a smart decision, and we go right back to Jerry Rice. This time, we're not taking any sacks, or at least we're not taking any sacks in the game. if you know what I mean. Now, 1st and 10, 31-yard line, 20 seconds remain. We find our boy Jerry once again on the corner route to the 3-yard line, and from here, we spent 2 million coins on this card. You better reach across the end zone, Barry. You better. I paid a lot of coins for you. 21-point lead now in the second half. Mahomes getting desperate, looking to find a receiver on 2nd and 16. Fires a playmaker cross body, and Calvin Johnson, with a great physical play, in my opinion, maybe hit him a tad bit early, but you want your safeties to lay the wood, and I think that is a perfect play. It's a flag in the game, but if I hit him a second later, a split second later, that's a catch. You guys have seen it on playmakers. They hold on to it no matter what, so I think those flags got to go. Doesn't matter, though, because we're up 21 points. We get the turnover on downs anyways. And then on 3rd and 1, Barry Sanders, 2 million coins into the end zone. Let's go, baby. Pierre has conceded the game 5-0 through the first 5. And I hope you guys did enjoy part 1 of the Weekend League recap. Part 2 with games 6 through 10 will be up tomorrow morning. So don't forget to leave a like if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I know half of you guys aren't subscribed, so please do. And I'll be seeing you guys very soon.